literally everything is going wrong today on the stream. Everything is going wrong so far. There's a guy with a jackhammer outside. Now Danny Wrench is probably angrily writing me some message on Slack. Like, what is this? Literally everything is going wrong today. Let's take the piece. And Jackhammer Man is still outside making too much noise. So we're going to be starting with our sponsor portion of the stream for 10 minutes before we start playing Title Tuesday. Big shout out to TipRanks. Obviously, they are a financial website. They are sponsoring me. So let's jump right into it now. So first things first, you guys are so stoked for stocks. The first thing that we're going to talk about is why use TipRanks versus other site. And I'm going to actually pull up a very important real world example to start. Very specifically, I'm just going to open Twitter. 1 second. Let me pull up one quick thing. 1 second. Let me find this one tweet that I saw. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Let me find this tweet. So I'm going to pull up a tweet very specifically from Twitter. And the reason is it's not specifically about TipRanks, but it's about a stock called HIMS. Now, probably most of you have heard of HIMS or HERS. It's a stock out there. And of course, I follow a lot of stuff on the markets on Twitter and everywhere else. But I did see a tweet, and very specifically, this tweet that I saw, it was about HIMS, and it was talking about a CEO making a sale. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I talking about HIMS? Why am I talking about a sale that was made by a CEO? Now, one of the great things with TipRanks, if you do not use Twitter specifically, is that you can actually find a lot of this information that is very curated and all there at once to find. You are him. Very funny, you guys. Whereas if you're out there on the internet, you're looking for information, there's a ton of information everywhere. You aren't going to be able to have it in a curated way that you want to see it. So I'm going to go to TipRanks now, and I'm pull up, let me make sure that I don't, if I type in a ticker, it's not going to show anything, is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to type this up now. We're going to start with the first real world example. Of something that's really important. Adam May, the beast himself. Yes, but the point is not about Adam May or anything like that. The point about this is that if you're looking for information, it's very hard to find it. And one of the great things on TipRanks to begin with, which I'm going to start with, is right here. I'm going to go to, let me make sure that I find it. It is under, I think it's under this, right? So this is actually really important. So one of the great things on TipRanks is that you can see insider, activity that has happened. And very specifically, the reason I brought up that tweet is if you look at the HIMS and HERS stock, you'll notice it right here at the very top. You'll see that the CEO of HIMS, Andrew Dudum, he sold stock. Now, the important thing about this is not so much that you see the sell, is that what you see here with the sell of the 33 million is that it's what is called an informative sell, meaning it is informative, and it does actually help you to see whether this is something that was pre-planned or not pre-planned at all. Very specifically, you also will notice the CMO did the same thing. Obviously, this is not information that you can just find readily available. What stock? This is HIMS and HERS. I scrolled to the top, so you guys should be able to see it. I use this as the first example of something to show you guys for why TipRanks is actually a very good site to use to get this information. Nice detail. Basically, so what informative means, let me see if they actually, do they have anything specifically? Yeah, here we go. So I'll just read this, even though, obviously I know what this means already. The main difference between informative and uninformative transactions is the informative ones reflect sentiments, so they're worth paying attention to. Let me see if it gives a more specific detailed. Their disclosure trades, it gives something more specific. Basically my understanding, again, don't quote me on this, is that an uninformative sell is where it's something which was sort of pre-planned. It's something that was already in the process of happening, versus something where, like specifically the CEO director sold the shares on the open market. So for example, if you look at a company like Amazon, you'll notice that every quarter, I think it is, maybe it's like annual. I'm not sure how Jeff Bezos does it. But if you look at someone like Jeff Bezos, he's selling stock in Amazon all the time. Same thing goes for Mark Zuckerberg. In fact, that actually makes me, you guys made me curious. Let me type Meta in. Let's see. Let's type in Meta. Let's see. Actually, you made me curious now to look. Let's see. Insider trading. Let me see. Let me see. Mark Zuckerberg. Yes, right on cue, you guys. So I just pulled up Meta. And here you go. You see Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO. It says uninformed sells. So this means this is already a pre-planned sale of him selling a very cool $12 million or 24 million. It looks like 24.3 million over the last 2 days, or 2 days ago, I should say more specifically. This is basically a pre-planned sell, meaning that there's nothing. It's not like Zuckerberg decided he's suddenly going to decide and sell his shares this very minute. So this is the first thing that I want to start with. 24 million, just like that. Why auto sell? I don't know. I don't actually know exactly why they do that. But it's very common. It's just like if I type in Amazon. Let's type in Amazon. Here we go. If we type in Amazon, I bet you're gonna see the same thing, or see. Let's see. Insiders. There we go. Jeffrey Bezos. Okay, Jeffrey Bezos last month sold a very cool $665 million. Just a little bit of pocket change. Sold 1.5 billion, 166 million, another 1.5 billion, 954 million. Who's really counting anyway? But you will notice that these are all uninformative sells. So there's not really anything that you can derive. Yeah, I know, it's very cool, you guys. It's like, yeah, it's like, you know, just selling, you know, 1.5 billion casually, you know, not a big flex. But anyway, the point is these are uninformative sells. So I want to use this as the first thing, as a baseline for starting off this little bit of sponsored portion. We are going to be covering this a little bit later as well, so we'll get into a lot of other stuff. But this was the first thing that I want to start with in terms of they auto sell to fund their day-to-day expenses. Exactly. Yes. So for example, if we go back to HIMS now very quickly, this sell was done on the open market. And this is, sorry, let me go back here. This is what's called an informative sell. So now, if I'm someone who's looking at HIMS stock, this might actually really scare me quite a bit, because I see that the CEO sold 33 million shares. This was not something that was pre-planned, and it would be very easy to become afraid, and then, you know, basically make a decision or have use it as part of the information that you use to make a decision whether you're going to buy or sell such a stock. So that was the first thing that I want to start with. Let me pull up my chart of things. There are a bunch of other things that I want to talk about. Okay, now that one of the big things also is in terms of information. Let me just pull up let's pull up Palantir, just another random stock out there. If you look at Palantir, for example, one of the big things that you'll see here, this is just the regular homepage, is you will see the analyst ratings for what the analysts think about the stock. So when we go to the top here, you'll see that there's a 12-month forecast, and for Palantir, the 12-month forecast here is $154. Now, as everybody knows, Palantir is currently trading somewhere north of 180. Actually, it's right there on the left. I didn't see it. It's 183.9. It's trading above what the analysts are predicting. So when you look at a stock like Palantir, you see all the analyst ratings. You can click on the analyst. Let me click. Obviously, the stars mean like generally how good their return is. Let's see who's got the highest rating. Let's click on this Gabriel Borders. You can also see all the different stocks that the person is recommending. There are a lot of buy ratings here. I actually don't know most of these stocks. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. See Hubs, for example, Shopify, which just went up a lot on earnings. So you can get a lot of old man stats. You can get a lot of information as well. So these are some analyst ratings. I'll pull up another stock, one that I actually really do like, which is AppLovin, for example. And you'll see, if you look at AppLovin, which recently reported earnings, I think Wednesday of last week, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was Tuesday, or I forget which day it was. You'll see, you look at the analysts and what they think. 17 analysts are recommending buy, 3 are recommending hold, 0 are recommending sell. And you'll see that there is a 12-month forecast. The average analyst rating is $525 versus the current price of $460 currently. Palantir is a random stock. Yes, it's a very random stock out there, you guys. So this is another thing, is you can get all this information about the analysts and what they think of stocks. Now, some of you might think analysts don't know anything at all. Like, I'm not going to get into that topic. You might not like what they say. But nonetheless, if you are interested in finding that information, it basically, with a couple of clicks, just logging into TipRanks, you can get all that information without having to try and scramble all over the place like on Twitter or elsewhere to get that stuff. So, like, for example, you'll see Tesla, it's 12-month forecast. I actually am kind of curious. This guy, Dan Ives, is ranked very, very highly. You'll see he has 5 stars here. You'll see also the analysts are ranked here. So you see, like, Dan Ives at Wedbush, he is ranked number 817 out of 9946 Wall Street analysts, and number 2061 out of 41,718 experts. So you'll see is a lot of buys here. This is actually, just looking through, is very interesting. As someone who follows stocks all the time, I see AI here, which was down something like 30% yesterday, so I'm kind of curious. 2633, what's his he has it at 35 to 23, still has it as a buy. Okay. Success rate 49%. Now, you know, another thing that I'm gonna love you guys, you're like 49%, hee hee hee, 49%. The thing about 49% is actually, unlike in chess, in the stock market, if you're right 49% of the time, you're a legend. You're actually a legend if you're right 49% of the time. That's one of the things that I've always thought was kind of interesting about a game like chess, is something where like you need to be right all the time. You don't need to be right all the time. Now, of course, when we talk about gambling or other things, I actually down the road will talk, I think, much more about risk management, dollar cost averaging, and all those different things, which play a very, very big role about all of it. But the last thing I'm going to do before I play Title Tuesday is I am going to go to portfolio. Now, we are going to build a stream portfolio. I don't think we'll do it today, but probably we'll do it next week or at some point. One thing that I'm going to start with, and this is not literally my portfolio, but for anybody who really is not interested in the market, or you have very little amounts of money to invest, even if I just randomly put 500 shares of all these, obviously I own different amounts, but this actually is a portfolio that I do personally hold, like in my retirement accounts. So if anybody is curious about what I own in my retirement accounts, where I don't actively do stuff with stocks, this is what I do have. So if you're wondering about this, I own XLV, QQQ, SPY, XLK, XLF. Anybody who looks really closely at this, you'll notice, of course, that QQQ and XLV are both NASDAQ, or not XLV, sorry, QQQ and XLK. There is one big difference for anybody who actually knows stuff, which is that XLK doesn't hold some of the XLK doesn't hold, I believe, Amazon or Microsoft. I think its biggest holding is Nvidia, so of course it's done very well. I don't know if you can see holdings here. Actually, you can. So like if you look on the right side, you'll see the largest holding is Nvidia. You see Apple, Microsoft. You'll notice, however, that stocks like Amazon are not a part of it. I will say that this portfolio, or these ETFs that I hold, I have held most of them since about 2010, I think it was, when I first had money to invest. So it looks fake. Well, I just put random share amounts here of this, but I do actually hold hold all these shares in retirement accounts with a brokerage. So yes, if you're saying the 500 looks fake, yes, of course, I put a random amount to simulate. I could have put like 1 or whatever, but the point was to simulate something. So we are going to build a stream portfolio down the road. We only have 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to get back to Title Tuesday because I just heard the sound. So I hope you guys enjoyed the short little bit. To get the link, it is !tip. If you want to, I will type it here in a chat, !tip. There you guys go. So there's the form for giving suggestions for stocks. In the meantime, we need to get back to Title Tuesday, so let me put the music back on, and here we go. Here's the music. Okay, let's go G6. I gave my opponent a 30-second edge. I think the board looks good. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay, let's get going. Let's play Bishop G7, and off we go. Obviously, mods will need to be in emote mode only. Let's play A6 here. Play D6. I didn't even look to see who's registered. Okay, Ferrugia's registered. No Magnus Carlsen. No Magnus Carlsen today. On Title Tuesday. So that was just a little bit a starter. We'll do more after Title Tuesday, of course, as well, for anybody who's wondering. So let's play B5. We'll play B4 here. I'm going to play Bishop B7. Go B4. So Knight of 6, hit the pawn. Maybe I'll play A5. Maybe I go C5. I'm going to go A5 just to guard. Probably he'll play C3. Don't really want to trade, but I guess I'll trade and play Bishop A6. Try to trade the bishops off here. Let's take. And off we go. Thanks so much to Andy downtown for the 18-month reset. Thank you to King Jagger for the 2, and Jules Raider as well. Appreciate it. Let's castle here. Okay, position's very balanced. I want to go maybe Queen 8, maybe Knight B6, maybe C5, E5. Okay, goes Bishop H6. I think I'm just going to go E5. Knight F5, I can just take and play Knight H5. There's also E4 hanging here. I need to be a little bit careful about some weird kingside attack with these knights here so close. But we'll see how it goes. Give you guys a tip. Now, one thing I'm very cognizant of H4 is actually probably a very good move. My rook on A6 is kind of misplaced here. I don't want to play H6. Okay, I actually have to figure this out. I don't want to go H5 either. Can I play D5? E5, D5, Knight E4, Queen D3, Queen. I'm going to go for this. This might not be right, but I'm going to try to get chirpy. Let's go d5. I open up the rank for the rook. If e5, I have knight e4. If e5, I just take. It's a little bit dangerous, but I think I'm okay here with knight e4. We'll see if I'm okay or not okay. And obviously, for anyone who's wondering, there is also going to be a link with a discount to sign up for TipRanks. Okay, takes. Can play knight b6, knight d5, maybe. I mean, knight d5 makes a lot of sense just because the rook starts swinging. Do I go knight f6 or not is a question. I don't actually believe him, so I'm going to play knight f6. I could have gone the other way too, but if he goes h6, I slide back. I think I'm okay here. If he takes, I'll pre-move. I think h6, king g8, he's going to have a weak pawn in the long run, but I could be wrong too. I'm also moving a little bit too slowly. Now, if I play h6, I lose to knight f5. If I go knight h5, I lose as well. If I go king h8, or knight g8, I think I'm just going to go here just to be a little bit safer. This could be a little... there's knight e5. This might not be great. Maybe I should have played knight g8. But I think I'm still okay. I mean, there's... I think I'm okay here, but I need to be very careful. Okay, goes h6. I think I'm happy to see that. Because now I play knight g8, and I try to take the juicer on h6. Goes back. I mean, I maybe f6 and knight e7. I mean, it's very messy. It's a messy position. Maybe even just f6. It's not a good position. I will admit that much. For me, if he plays it correctly. But I don't really expect him to play it correctly. Okay, queen d2. I expected that. I'm gonna go here and play queen f4 or queen b4. Let's go here, try to trade because now the pawn is weak on h6. You can't go rook e7 because I just take the rook, of course. Knight e5, but now... Okay, I can take the pawn. And now I'm simply up a pawn here, and I should be fine. I have knight e6. No, I don't have knight d5. It's still not easy, actually. c8, maybe? I can move the knight. I should be okay here. It's not wonderful, but I think I'll win this game eventually. Okay, I expected that. Let's go back. I have knight f6 to hit the rook, probably. It's just a matter of consolidating the extra pawn here. It's also knight b4. Knight f6 is a move. Knight b4 looks correct to me. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but it looks... there's knight c4, though. Should have gone knight b... I should have gone knight b6, probably. Okay, plays d5. Yeah, this guy's playing a very good game. Go here. Knight... Oh, I missed rook h4. Oh, no. Wait, but I've got f6, maybe? Oh, shoot. I missed... Oh, my God. Wait, I've got rook e8, maybe? Oh, my gosh. I missed this completely. Nice. Rook a5. Come on, come on, come on. You gotta go. I'm not taking a draw. I'm gonna go for more. Okay, that should be a blunder, no? That's a mistake. He blundered. He had knight c4 and he missed it. Okay, now I should be safe. I take and I should win the game. Very scary first game. Very, very scary. Okay, now I take. I have rook check, knight f6. I should be fine. Okay, let's go back. I cover up and now I win the game. Very scary. Wait. Let's go maybe here. Oh, I missed rook c7. Okay, it doesn't do it. Why am I so slow suddenly? I just got to pick up my pace. I've got knight e3. I've got rook d1. Here. Okay, now I should win. Maybe here and takes, yeah. Very shaky first game for me today. Very, very shaky. I'll win now, but very, very shaky. Wait, it's not stalemate. No, where I just take. No, the knight's on the board still. Shaky, very shaky first game. I was rook h4 I completely missed. I think he was winning after rook h4, right? No, he wasn't. Knight c4. Oh, I've got g. Oh wow, I've got g5. I didn't even see this in the rook. Ooh. Wow, g5 is a. Wow, g5 is a. I didn't see g5 at all, but this still probably would be a draw, right? This. Yeah, this still would be a draw. But okay, it's a win. Nobody asked how, as long as you get the win. That's all they asked. Thank you to Pawn Boy Cardi for the sub. Thank you so much to Pawn Boy Cardi. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. We are on 1 out of 1 to start. So let's keep rolling. Could I sack the knight? Maybe. My opponent played very well. I mean, I was getting outplayed there. But it's a win. 34-10. Yes, I was able to pump my rating up again. UNH thoughts. You know what's funny? On TipRanks, the analysts love United Healthcare. They love it. Like I think the average price, average price is like crazy. Yeah, it's like 312 is the analyst estimate. Huge upside. But all right. So anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, analysts love it. I'm not so sure. TipRanks also has a thing called a smart score, which I'll probably talk about in the next 10 minutes. Actually, one quick thing I would show you that I thought was interesting, because I was looking at this over the weekend, was one thing I thought was very interesting. Let me stop the music for a second. One thing that I thought was very interesting is when I looked at the when I looked at this insider, or not insider, sorry, hedge funds. When I looked at the hedge funds, which they file 13Fs, whoever this this guy Magnus Billing, not to be confused with Magnus Carlsen, the pension fund in Sweden bought $113 million worth of United Healthcare stock. This is the public pension fund in Sweden. They bought 113 million of United Healthcare, which I thought was kind of interesting, actually. Basically 114 million. So if Sweden is struggling, they can blame Magnus. It's all Magnus's fault if the Swedish pension fund loses their money on United Healthcare, they can just blame Magnus. But anyway, let's get back to the chess. I thought this was actually very interesting when I looked at this. Another thing that I saw that was really wild was I looked at Lily too, which was down a lot. And Lily, if I go to Lily and I go to what hedge funds did off 13F, look at this position right down here. Edgerton Capital with 407 million, nearly 5% of their portfolio they bought in Lily. They increased it hugely. Anyway, we got to play chess. Let's go back to our scene. I thought that was kind of interesting, actually. So like in Eli Lilly, this hedge fund Edgerton, they bought 407 million. They increased, or not 407, they increased it by 75%. So it's like pretty wild. Let's go bishop b2. I'm gonna play d4 here. I guess there's some drilling or something outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's really annoying with the music back on as well. But there's some drilling or something going on outside. It's really, really annoying. Let's just take and play knight c3. What's the best way to get in the stock market if you don't know anything? I would say the best thing to do is to actually look at ETFs specifically or mutual funds. Let's play bishop d3 and knight e5, I guess. No, I'll castle first. Okay, bishop d6, very reasonable. I'm gonna go a3 b4 again. Jeez, so annoying. Really, really annoying, actually. It's when I started there was a very specific book I read. It's not a well-known book, but it was written by a neighbor of mine, someone who lived in the same apartment building I did growing up, and it was called the Only Proven Path to Success. It was written by this guy Sengupta. I forget his first name. But that was the first book I read. But the books that probably left the book that probably left the biggest impact or had the most influence on me would have been Bogle on mutual funds. Obviously, mutual funds these days are a little bit less relevant than they used to be because of exchange traded funds, which are more liquid. But the book Bogle on mutual funds really, I think, was probably the most important book I read, because it's not about stock picking. It's about, trying not, or wait, I missed a5. 1 second. I'm talking too much. This drill is going to kill me if this doesn't stop soon. I'm going to go knight b5 here. It's going to freaking kill me. Let's take the pawn. I'm going to take the bishop or take the pawn. What is going on outside? Let's take the bishop here. Play knight to e5 maybe. It's probably a good move. I can also go queen b3. I can also play b5 here, which could be interesting. I think I'm just gonna go queen b3 here. Just very stable. Stable, stable, stable. No, it's really annoying, actually. Like, really annoying. Like, I'm gonna lose my mind pretty soon. Like, it's really actually annoying. But what I was saying is, like, that basically the fundamental point was that, you know, with mutual funds, the point is you don't actually try to beat the market. Now, obviously, as humans, it's very hard to do stuff like that because, like, naturally you want to feel like you're in charge, you're in control of your own destiny and everything else. Okay, I'm trying to focus here. Let's go b5 and just take. And take with the queen, go queen b3, bishop c3. This is freaking ridiculous. Actually, I don't have a great position. I'm gonna go rook c2, rook c1, try to play on the c file here. The reason it was so important is just, like, you know, basically understanding the long-term goals of what you're trying to do with investing. Okay, I've got the double stack on the file. I can move my knight maybe and play f3. 2 weak pawns here. I control the lane. I can move this knight. I should be doing very well here. Let's see what we got. See what we got here. Knight e5 is possibly a move. I don't love it though. I think I'm gonna play knight e1, knight d3 to put the knight here. Maybe go f3 next move. Should be doing fine. See what my opponent does here. But yes, the book that had the most impact on me was Bogle on mutual funds, and then also there was there's obviously the classic book Stocks for the Long Run by Jeremy Siegel, which I also think is very good. I think the main thing what I would say about the wait, there's rook c6. Wait, I do have rook c. Wait, did I have rook c? Oh no, there's no pawn on b5 to cut the file. So if I go knight d3, knight b6, I can also go. If I go rook c6. To attack the queen. The queen's got to go. So if I take... Still some tricks, but this should be good. I go back. There's also rook c8 check, I just realized. Or queen e5. I should be fine here. Maybe rook c8 was possibly better right away. Although, as I just realized, there are some problems. There's a knight g4 trick. But knight g4, rook c7... I think I'm okay. Knight f2, I just take. Knight g4, I have rook c7. That's what I'm banking on with f3. Should be okay, but we'll see. Let's go here, because I threaten the checkmate. If he plays like queen h4, it's just checkmate in 2. And then I'm going to go f3 and fork these knights. And here, if he has something good, he's maybe still in the game. If he doesn't have something immediately, though, he's... Actually, the knights aren't under attack, because I get mated. But still, what's his idea? He can't go queen h4, because he gets mated on these squares. Should be good. This rook f8, very logical move, but the problem with rook f8 is that I think I can just move my knight maybe. Knight d3. Why is Danny Wrench writing me a message on Slack? Ridiculous. Why do I even have Slack open at this point? Jeez. Ridiculous. 1 second, you guys. I move my knight. Everything's going wrong on the stream today, you guys. Literally everything is going wrong today on the stream. Everything is going wrong so far. There's a guy with a jackhammer outside. Now Danny Wrench is probably angrily writing me some message on Slack. Like, what is this? Literally everything is going wrong today. Let's take the piece. And Jackhammer man is still outside making too much noise. Let's go here. Okay, he resigns. Okay, need close Slack. Why is Danny Wrench writing me messages? Ridiculous. Okay. All right. There goes Slack. Yeah, like everything's going wrong today. Everything's going wrong today. First there's a guy with a jackhammer outside. Then I'm down 30 seconds in game 1. Now Danny Wrench is writing me some message. Like, ridiculous. Okay. All right. So anyway, where was I? Where was I? Okay, I get the win in game 2. We're on 2 out of 2. Fundamentally the yeah, big drama incoming. Yes. Yeah. Isn't the jackhammer a good opening? I don't know. But as I was saying, back to the stock bit that I was telling you guys about a little bit before, is that the fundamental point about reading books like Stocks for the Long Run or reading about BOGO on mutual funds was the fact that over a very long period of time, as long as you dollar cost average and you just buy some amount, you will ultimately end up ahead. So when people talk about gambling, I think they're confusing a couple things. It's like you're confusing, or conflating, I think might be the correct word. You're conflating things like, you know, short-term trading versus like long-term investing. So anyway, we're on 2 out of 2. Round 3 is going to start in a second. I don't see Ferrugia here. Did Ferrugia win? I don't see him. I don't know if he won or not. I think he did, but I don't know. Anyway, the special stream tomorrow is going to be the kick event, which is open to everybody out there. So yield max, you mean like NVIDIA or something? I mean, I think, I'm trying to remember, I haven't looked at those in a while. I'm gonna take a quick look at it. I feel like they let me see how. First of all, there's a big problem. They've only been out for a couple of years, and you know, I was actually listening to a podcast yesterday when I was out running with Jamie Dimon. I think they acquired on Spotify. And I was listening to it, and one of the things that Jamie Dimon said is, like, you know, new products are always a little bit dangerous, and new products are always a little bit dangerous, and they've only been around for 2 years. They kind of, I mean, I know they're different, but it reminds me of stuff like the you know, the leverage ETF type stuff, which looked kind of sexy at the time, but really didn't pan out. I don't know, but I think they're supposed to outperform in a flat market, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, I don't really know why you want to hold them versus holding like the actual, like, NVIDIA, for example. You might want to add not a financial. That's in the panel below my stream. That's not financial advice. That's in the panel below my stream. And there's only one time on stream I was like, you should buy the stock. If you should basically buy the stock. And if anybody actually listened to me the one time that I did that on March 13th, I think it was, on March 15th of 2020, you would have done very well. But I don't make stock recommendations, and I probably never will. We got Queen G4. This game's still going. Probably Queen F3. I don't know if Alireza lost or not. This is painful to watch because of all the stock talk. You'd be surprised to know that I spent, like, if I'm not streaming like yesterday, all my time yesterday was spent on looking at the market. So yeah, I hate to break to you guys, but actually one of the reasons I spent a lot of time on it is because as a broke boy, somebody who was playing chess, struggling to make a living for a long time, you're always trying to think about what you can do to, you know, increase your income. Like, I'm not trolling. The stock was Main. It was Main. It was Main Street Capital. I mentioned it like on March 13th or 14th of 2020. The market was collapsing, and I was buying it all the way down. I bought a lot at $28. I think I bought more at 20, and then I bought even more at 15. And now it's like 66.49 on the day. It's up 0.77. Not to say there aren't other stocks that would have done better if you bought at the same time, but considering it was a stock that had a very good dividend yield before the crash, and the yield got really stretched, it's really good. 50 million broke. You joking? Yes, you guys, you might not realize this, but prior to my streaming career, I'm trying to think about the way I want to put this. My best year ever prior to stream, prior to the whole boom of chess, was, I'm gonna say, best year ever if I think you excluding tax, excluding expenses, like AGI, adjusted gross, versus just like the pure gross. Probably I never made more than $300,000 a year as a professional chess player. Once you add in expenses for traveling, paying people, hotels, everything else, that was probably my best year. My best year ever as a professional. I probably made around there, a little over in 20. I forget, 16, 15, whatever it was. Let's play Bishop G4 attack tonight. So yeah, I mean, it's like the same reason people wonder, you know, it's like, why do all these chess players play poker? Same kind of concept. Why do all these chess players, like, at least at some point dabble in poker? It's the exact same reason, because if you play chess, you're a broke boy. There's just no money in chess. I don't know why people don't seem to understand that, but there's just no money in chess. You're a broke boy. If you can't afford the cookies, you know, just admit it. All right, let's take the knight. I'm playing Creekor Mechatarian, who also, by the way, is a streamer. I'm going to play A6, knight d7, knight e8, knight c7. So, like, if you think about it logically, let's just say, when I first got into, like, market type stuff, like, I was actually very young. I was, like, 15 or 16. I remember my mom had to actually go and take the paperwork. Like, we both went to the local Scottrade office in White Plains, which Scottrade, I feel like Scottrade must have gotten bought out by, like, Ameritrade or somebody. But like at like 16 years old, like, I opened an account, had to fill out all this paperwork, and it was pretty funny, but like, that's what got me started. I even remember the first 2 stocks I ever bought. I bought Microsoft before the special dividend, which I think at the time was $3. So someone can probably easily fact check when that was. And then the other one was I could go E5 F5. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it. The other one was I bought Iron Mountain, IRM, which is a stock I've always loved. I loved the stock back then. I still love the stock. What I really am sad about those at the time, someone I knew, they mentioned TSM, Taiwan Semi, to me. And I think at the time it was trading at between $7.50 to $8, and I didn't buy it, and that still kind of annoys me. I bought TSM last year at like 130-ish, so it's like it's done very well, but still. That annoys me because someone mentioned it to me when it was $8 in like 2003 or 2 or whenever that was. So long ago. Anyway, I'm trying to play some chess here, at least in the meantime, while we get going. See what we got here. But yeah, I really find it funny that people, they just like, people have a lot of misconceptions about chess. Like, people assume chess players are like super rich or doing very well. I could go F4 here. I don't really like it, but on the other hand, if with H5 and King H7, Knight C7, I'm not actually convinced the bishop is that good on E6. Go here. I'm like, he's gonna have to play F3 or no? He's not gonna go F3. So, Knight C7 makes sense just to hit the bishop. Probably Queen E7 next move as well. I'll pre-move Queen takes. It's also a question whether I should play A5 at some point to lock up, or if I should play F3. F3 is interesting too. Bishop H6 is interesting. A lot of options here. What do I want to do? Queen H4 allows F3. A5 is always interesting because it locks the queen side, but it's also kind of ugly. I think I'm gonna go here and try to play something very slow. I could lock the. Okay, now I'm gonna lock the queen side here. I'm gonna lock the queen side. I can go. I don't want to play that. Okay, let's go here. I might have misplayed this a little bit because he does have G3. And my queenside pieces are a little bit far away from the action here, kind of. But I'm still way up on time, which should pay dividends somewhere down the road. Logical. Now is where I need to use my time here to take advantage. 98 maybe, or Queen E7. I'm just gonna go Queen E7. I move my knight back. I'm basically very close to being better. Goes G4. Okay, logical. In a way, it's logical. Maybe not, actually. I have Bishop G5 here, which could be interesting, too. Could also take here. Yeah, I think I'm going to take and play this with Rook H8. Bring everything over to the king side. Like... how do I do this? I think I'm gonna go Knight A6 and Rook G8, maybe. Go here, guard everything. Oh, but now there's Bishop E6, which I missed. Oh, I missed Bishop E6 completely. Okay, I completely missed Bishop E6. Doesn't take advantage. Knight B4 is a move too. This is ugly. Just here. Okay, Queen F2. Yeah, I've misplayed this quite badly, actually. I wonder about Knight C7 back. Ugh. I don't really want to go G5, but I might have to. Or maybe Rook H. Okay, let's just go here. I'm going to try to go for some cheese, I think. Go here, maybe Knight C7. And now I'm not even up on the clock anymore. Queen h4, that's a logical move. I do have g5 here. I think I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna gamble here. This probably is wrong, but I'm gonna gamble anyway. I'm gonna take some risk here to try and win the game. I'm gonna take some risk here. Get rid of the knight. And I'm still not in great shape, but he's getting low on time. Okay. So now I'm going to reroute the bishop. This is a good step in the right direction. I allowed b4 like an idiot, but he doesn't take advantage. Okay, I'm gonna gamble here. Oh, there goes the queen. There we go. We got him. Such bad chess, but finally Krikor makes a huge blunder. Okay, we got the win. 3 out of 3. No one said it would be easy, but we got the win. All right, 3 out of 3. Huge win in round 3. Huge win. Huge win. Huge win. There we go. Tough. Oh. 65% accuracy. That was 65% accuracy, really? No way. Why is it so slow? Come on. That was no way. That was 65% accuracy. Oh. Oh wow, that was actually really bad. 69 versus 70.9, but very nice very nice by Krikor. Very nice by Krikor. Very nice. Okay. Okay, 3 out of 3. Round 4 coming up in a second. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I missed knight takes g4 and 7 moves back to back. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I'm better if I take? Wow. Anyway, all right. Super GM, by the way. Well, I mean, it's chess. What do you want me to do? Me. Not easy to please. Did I miss the investment part? No, we did part. We'll do more later. We're going to build a stream portfolio as well. Break your heart. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, you want to know a position I took? This is not financial advice. I'll tell you guys a stock that I bought some of. So, a stock that I bought a little of was this biotech company called Hikaru, and I bought it solely because I saw this piece on Twitter. I bought very small. I didn't buy a lot, but I bought a little bit just because I saw this piece of this tweet. So there was this tweet yesterday morning. Which was about the congressperson buying $100,000 of Hikaru Biosciences, which has that ticker. So I bought a little bit this morning, not much, but a little bit, and already the stock is up Stock is up, like stock is up. So okay, let's play knight f3. Oh, we're playing a real player, playing Pac-Lays. I should actually focus and not. I lost 30 seconds again. What am I doing? I just lost 30 seconds. What am I doing? Focus. Ridiculous. Actually, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, I gotta go fast. Bishop e4. Okay, isn't this the game between Tarjay and Arjun today? Yeah, isn't this the game or not? No, this game, and I just blundered a pawn for no reason. I'm not paying attention. It wasn't Tarjay. It was, what's his name? It was Vincent, right? Vincent Kamer. And I just blundered a pawn for no reason. I was supposed to take the bishop first, obviously. Let's go here. Oh, and now I blundered. Oh my gosh, what am I? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna sack a piece for no. What am I doing? Okay, I'm down a minute on the clock. Let's see. Am I good enough to cheese? Ridiculous by me. Actually, ridiculous. Let's see if I can get some luck. Yeah, it's not been a good title Tuesday. I'm playing badly and everything's kind of going wrong. Okay, that's an interesting choice. Wait a second. Okay, but I'm gonna get a pawn. I'm gonna get at least a pawn in return. Do I take or not is a question. Or do I play? I think I'm just gonna take on c4. I at least get one pawn. I get one pawn back. And there's a weak pawn on h4. So this is very bad. But is this actually losing or not? It's interesting. Knight d5. I can play e4 here. Yeah, I like e4 and just take with the pawn. I mean, I'm obviously in trouble here, but I kind of don't hate my position. It's an interesting move too. It's also d5. Wait. No, d5, knight e5. Ah, no, it's no good. I've got nothing probably. No, this is actually just terrible. I don't want to play e5, but I'll go here. Also, I'm way down on clock, so I need to just move fast and pray, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just move fast and pray. E4 is a terrible move by me also. Knight b5. Okay, there is rook d1 maybe. Yeah, I gotta move fast and just keep going. Just move fast and pray. Like if I lose, I lose, but like I'm losing on the board anyway, so I should just go. Oh, there's just this. I missed this too. Or did I? Wait. Okay, I'm still down material here, but maybe chances. Need my knight on a better square. How do I get my knight on the right square? There's bishop g7 too, of course. My knight's misplaced also. Every piece on this board is somehow misplaced for me. Guess I'll just go here and try to do something. Go here maybe? I have some small hopes here, maybe. B6. I gotta go. Okay. Gotta go, you gotta go. Oh no, 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 no. It almost survived it. If I take F5, I draw this game. If I take F5, I draw the game. Because H4, I bishop F2. I guess he has King B7 to win still, but I would have drawn it. Okay. Why did... I should have just taken and played bishop F2. I probably would not have lost. But I mean, I was also completely lost like 100 years ago. Rook B8, Rook B6 was... This is winning? No, this is not winning, actually. Getting old, I mean, I just blundered in the opening. I blundered a piece. So I was too annoyed at myself for blundering. No, Rook B6 is win. Is Rook B8 winning here? This one is winning, right? Because he can create past pawns. But like once you go F5, it's yeah. That's what it is. You're never drawing? Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. It's sad. Oh well. Why not flag him? Because it was 30 sec. Because it was because there's increment. With no increment, I win the game. Focus on the event, not the market. Thank you for asking, you guys. Thank you. I don't think he would have found King B7. I don't think he would have found King B7. I think I would have drawn that game. Because King B7 is like the only drawing move, right? If we get to this position. If I don't play bishop E7 like a moron, I go... Or not bishop 2, sorry. If I take... I mean, I guess you can wait on D6, D7, but it's very tough. Very tough. Like, even this is... Not rook G3. Yeah, I mean, this is winning... Would he have won it with 3 seconds? I don't know. I don't know, it's close. Yeah, I mean, I obviously threw that game in the opening for no reason. If I don't blunder a piece, I don't lose that game, but that's what it is. Of course, the correct order, and the reason I was annoyed is because Jackhammer just keeps going as well. The reason I was annoyed was because what do you play in the opening? If you take on G6 and play bishop D2, it's just a normal position. It's just a normal position. This was the game between Vincent and Arjun, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. I mean, it's what it is. I mean, I can laugh at it. I can't be super angry because it's not like it's not like I was winning or ever okay. Like I was just spotting a piece. Like E4, I mean, but I'm down a piece. Like, let's be real. Even if I find a better technical idea, I'm always losing this. It's just garbage. Jackhammer is the reason you lost? Probably not. It's probably Hans outside. No, Hans is busy playing in Spain. And not doing so hot. This should be a draw. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate game. But it is what it is. ET is what it is. Would I think a 4x possible make a living off it? I don't think so. No. It's very loud. The fact that I can hear it through my headphones tells me it's very loud. So, anyway, that's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. 3 out of 4. Still a long way to go. No, I mean, Hans basically is playing. I mean, he's been a little bit unlucky in that he's playing people who are very good and underrated. But still, when you get your rating there, you got to prove you deserve it. Yeah. You got to prove it. I shouldn't have started 30. I thought it was like 5 seconds late. I didn't realize it's 30 seconds late, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, today's stream has been a bit of everything. Yeah, today's stream has been a bit of everything. Like today's stream has been a bit of everything. Like it's like, jeez. I mean, I'm tempted to get up, go outside, and like yell at them, but like it's probably just a stupid HOA. What is this? Like it's literally impossible. Yeah, I mean, of course you guys hear it, 'cause it's like friggin' right outside my door or something. 1 second. It's not even outside my door. It's in the house right next to me. Like I don't even know what they're doing. Like what is this? Yeah, it's ridiculously loud and it's impossible to play, but do you know who I am? Yes, do you know who I am? Yeah, yeah. Do you know who I am? I'm not the only person to have used that line though, by the way. Not the only person to have used that line. I know maybe in the building next to me they're literally like drilling and putting something in the wall or something. I don't know. It stopped. Oh my god, it actually stopped. Okay. Waiting for round number 5. Let's keep going. No, it's happening on the other side of the wall. That's the problem. It's happening on the other side of the wall, literally. That's the problem. Check out 2700 chess, buddy. What did I miss on 2700 chess? What did I miss? Or is that for someone else? I don't know. Is that someone else? I mean, I'm not following super closely. What I did follow closely is I saw that Arjun is suffering. So Arjun is out of the hunt for the rating spot for the FIDE candidates, which is good to see. So Arjun's out of the hunt for the rating spot, which is kind of nice to see. But there are 3 guys playing in the Sinkfield Cup, so all 3 of these guys are still in the hunt potentially. All right, 3 out of 4, obviously not what I wanted to do, but that's life. I thought Hikaru was rich enough to buy all the neighbors' houses as well. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, appreciate it. Yes. Anyway, you guys. Yeah, this has been a very fun morning. Very fun morning. Very fun morning. So, all right. How frequently does Vichy play? Not that much, no. Fabiano already qualified, correct. But Fabiano, if he gets a higher average rating than me, he will take the rating spot, not the circuit spot. Yeah. No. Anyway. Thoughts on Levon performing so well suddenly? Levon, I haven't looked at his games in St. Louis. I think that he's riding the wave of momentum. You know, he got, I mean, like, he played well, but he also did get very, very lucky in Las Vegas, if we're being honest about the quality of play. Like, he should have lost to Magnus in the Armageddon game, and then Magnus lost to mine. Should have lost to me. He should have lost the first game to Hans. So I feel like Vegas was kind of, there was a lot of luck in Vegas, but he kind of was able to parlay that into momentum, and he's been on a roll since then. He's been on a big roll since then. Is my general view. But on the other hand, Levon, of course, is a player who was very, very good. Someone really, really good, I should say. Like, you know, top 2 for quite a while. And so it's not super surprising that he can still play very well. I mean, he's a very dangerous player. No, I mean, I might have broken my record if I hadn't just tanked the last game to Pakleza, but it's what it is. It's what it is. Also, for anybody who's asked me questions about the St. Louis event, the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, I am not playing in the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz because I chose not to play. It's not about like I wasn't invited or anything else. I just didn't want to play. I didn't want to play. Like, at this point in my career, I'm going to pick and choose my turns very carefully. I also, of course, need to go play tournaments to get the games for the candidates. So basically, for anybody who's wondering, I chose not to play there. So anyway, okay. Round 5 should be starting pretty soon, I think. Should be starting pretty soon. If Magnus participated, would you agree to play? No, of course not. I don't make my decisions based off of Magnus. So no, I would not have played. In fact, I declined specifically because when I was invited, I knew it was going to be right after the Esports World Cup. And like, for the millionth time, I'm a streamer first. I'm not a professional chess player. I don't know why people refuse to accept that or understand that. Like, it doesn't matter what I say. People, for some reason, just don't get it. You know, I make a living as a content creator. I make more money as a content creator than as a professional chess player. That is the reality. Whether you want to believe it or you think I'm just saying it, that is the truth. So for me, why would I want to go and stress myself playing tournaments that have very little to no value for me? Tournaments that count towards the candidates, of course, those have value. But a random Rapid and Blitz tournament, what's the point? What's the point? There's no point. Afraid to lose the candidate spot? Well, you're talking about something different. I'm talking about classical tournaments, not Rapid and Blitz. Like Sinkfield Cup, you could say, why am I not playing that? The reason I'm not playing that is because at this point, the system is not a good system. I've said it before. It's not done the way it should be done. And so because of that, there's no reason for me not to game the system. You know, if everybody else is gonna do silly things to get into the candidates, like what Ding did or what Ali Reza did, for example, and FIDE's not gonna fix it, why should I hold myself to a different standard? That's honestly my attitude, by the way. That is my attitude. Like, why should I suddenly hold myself to a different standard when no one else has any standards at all? Especially when it comes to something like the candidates, where, you know, it's a big event and there's a chance to make the world championship. I'll go here in Castle, I guess. It's just a simple reality. St. Louis pays well. I mean, if I'm gonna win, but there's no guarantee I'm gonna win. Like, let's go C5 again. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm actually gonna lose my mind, you guys. I'm actually gonna lose my mind pretty soon. Goes knight f6 logical. I can go back to d3 here. I can also play like bishop g5 or b4. So I go back to d3. Take 6. Maybe there's a bishop g5 anyway. So takes. I mean, obviously I have to take. It's a question of which one do I take here? I think I had this in a blitz game the other day, actually. Bishop g5 is interesting. Bishop h7 is much more technical, so that's what I'm gonna go for. Yeah, it's like queen d5. I play bishop e3. I think I literally had this in a blitz game the other day. It's very, very technical, but I should be better here. Go here. Okay, rook d5 is a good move, actually. Like, a very good move, potentially. How do I do this? If I play bishop e3, there's knight f6. But I think I'm going to start swinging my knight, basically. I'm going to start swinging the knight. Knight d2 is move. h3 also is... There's nothing wrong with h3 here. Just stop knight g4. And now knight d4 is interesting. Knight d2 is also interesting. This drill stuff is just going to make me go crazy. I have a feeling that I should have played knight d4, but we'll see. It says a4, rook b2, knight c4, rook b3. Knight c4 is obviously a move as well. I'm gonna go knight c4, idea knight d6 here, maybe. Could have played b3, but there was a4, which I didn't like. Actually, a4, I might have knight d6 anyway. Maybe I've got knight d6 anyway. Yeah, I think he's going to try to stop at like knight e8 or something, which makes a lot of sense too, perhaps. Okay, goes knight d5, also very logical move. I could flick a4 here, and I think I actually should flick it in. Because now there's no a4 on rook b3, bishop c5. You can't ever go bishop a6. Yeah, I think I'm actually maybe much. Rook b3, there's bishop d2 also. No, bishop d2, there's bishop a6. Yeah. So I have to go. I could also go to d4. No, but c5, there's knight f4. There's knight f4. Let's go here with the idea of knight e5, maybe. Actually, wait, I can't. I just blunder. There's just bishop a6. It's just a blunder by me. Let's take. I might not win this game. I'm better, but I might not win this against this random CM. It's going to be tricky. It goes rook b6, which is actually just a terrible move. That actually just, I think, loses the game. Because now he's going to lose the pawn. I think he just missed that rook b4 takes and knight guards the bishop. That's a very, very bad move. Okay, take. Okay, now it's just a matter of conversion, I think. It's also knight a7, which is kind of a funny... Oh, knight a7, there's knight f4. c7, bishop g2, bishop e3. Here, then, I guess. I have to dodge this knight f4 business. It's really annoying. It goes f6, which I saw, but somehow I didn't think that was super dangerous. Can't go f4. I'm too slow again. Why am I so slow today? Maybe I have to just go for this. I don't want to play this, but maybe I have to. That should allow rook c6. Attack the bishop. Yeah, now I should be quite a bit better. Don't know if I'm winning yet, but I should be much better. Oh, wait. If I take, there's knight c2. Wait, knight c2, rook a6, knight d4, knight c6. I think this is okay. Oh, no, there's bishop c4, but this... Oh, I should have played rook d6. Why did I do... Wait. The knight still have rook c1, maybe. Still making... Oh, wait. I gotta go. You gotta go. Let's go. We gotta move. Too slow. Why am I so slow? Okay. Not a good game either, but I got the win. That was something a little bit stronger. I might not have won that, but it's a win. A win is a win. 4 out of 5. We just keep moving on. Just keep going. It was definitely not what I was hoping for, but it's good enough. So anyway, you guys, so we're going to be, of course, playing Title Tuesday. We're going to probably, we'll be talking about TipRanks a little bit later. We'll be covering the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, probably like one round before we play the evening Title Tuesday. So it's going to be a fun stream. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun stream. Anyway, All right, where were we? I forget where we were. We were somewhere. What happened to round 4? Oh, I just hung a piece on like move 7. No, I think I've played this guy before. This is another guy who's like a CM who I think is very underrated. I think I played this guy in another Title Tuesday, and I was very impressed. 8.5K viewers. It's actually a little bit light, but it is the heart of summer. It's a little bit light, but we are in the heart of summer. He's a CM. It would be a big celebration. I think that guy should be an IM. If I'm not mistaken, I've played this guy before in Title Tuesday, and he gave me a very good game the previous time too. So he's probably another person who should have a title but doesn't for whatever reason. Well, anyway, what do we have? Few games left. Ollie Reza must have lost the game early too, right? No. Anyway, Hikaru, why do you stop playing the Dutch events? Because it's just a very tough opening to play, and people are very well prepared. No. Anyway, all right. The events page says you didn't even play round 4. The events page is probably scuffed. I played a Pakleza, a streamer from India, so or not India, from Poland. Sorry. So I played Pakleza, who's from Poland. Would love to see if TipRanks is a way to aggregate pick data. They also have an AI data analyst, which is also kind of interesting, and they also have smart scores and other stuff that I'll get to after we play the second game. So anyway. Still a few games going. Can I estimate the cost of a coaching staff for the candidates? Roughly, I'm gonna say that everybody's different, but I would say generally it's gonna be at least candidates gonna be at least 50 grand, at least $50,000, at least. And I think I'm saying when I say 50 grand, that's probably on the cheap end actually. So when you look at the candidates, it's expensive. So like when people wonder like why do I have such an interest like in the markets, or why, I even played poker for a while too, like why is that? It's because chess just doesn't pay very well, and it's a very tough way to earn a living. So yeah, don't you get that from the US government? I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, I would take something like free healthcare before I would take $50,000 from the US government. If they could give everybody free healthcare first, I think that would be more important. Let's be real. But no, there's no money. Like I saw some tweet by Hans where he was complaining and whining about no support. Like I had no support up until the time I was like 21 or 22 when the St. Louis Chess Club started. I had no support at all. Okay, I'm gonna play. Someone said play the Dutch. I'll play the Dutch. I had no support at all until the St. Louis Chess Club came into existence. So imagine being like a 2,700 plus player, and I had nothing. I was just living off of the terms that I could play, the money I could make. So it's very tough. Like it's not a joke at all. It's not a joke, and so like no, there's no support basically. Okay, 92. This what's funny? I think I played this line in a training game before the Amber tournament, like 2011 or 2012 against Benjamin Feinsilver. So Queen takes b2, I believe, is a move, but I believe it's also very dangerous. So I'm gonna play d6. I could play d5, but I'm gonna go d6 here. He'll probably go knight c4. Okay, knight c4 logical. I'll go back. I'm gonna play like g6 here. g7, knight f6. Yeah, Benjamin Feinsilver. For anybody who has never heard of Benjamin Feinsilver, he's got a lot of fine silver. Not to be confused with 0.99% gold. Let's go bishop g7, knight f6. Okay, I'm gonna play knight f6. And I guess I'm gonna castle next. My position's fine here. It's just a normal position here. Yeah. Oh wait. Botrick says go follow Benjamin Fine. Wait, go follow Benjamin Feinsilver. Wait, seriously? Wait, is that a joke from Botrix? I'm gonna go king h8. The idea is to put the bishop on g8. I could have played bishop e6 right away too, but whatever. That's really funny. I'm gonna go here on bishop g8 now, maybe knight bd7 to finish development. That's actually really funny. If there is a channel called Benjamin Feinsilver, that's really funny. Really funny. Nice. Of course, I'm going to go back here, so there's no knight g5, and now I'm free to also push my p with e5 somewhere. I have pretty much everything that I want in this position. Go here with the idea of e5. Maybe rook a d8 next move as well. This is actually a very good position. I think this opening has not worked out well for my opponent. Okay, I could play e5 already here if I want to. I want to go e5 or not. 95, 95. There are no tricks, right? Could do it. Somehow I think I'd rather go rook d8 first and then e5. I mean, I'm probably going to play e5. Just a question of when and how. Okay, I did see b5 as an option here, though, actually. I wonder if I should play no. I go b5 takes. Do something. But b5, there's e4 at the end. A6. I'm gonna go a6. If a5, I can maybe take. Oh, but there's knight g5. There's just knight g5. What am I doing? That's a terrible move by me. There's just knight g5. What am I doing? Knight g5, d5, knight f7 takes, knight b7. Yeah, of course he finds it. Now I've misplayed it, so now I have to do something silly like b5 and just pray. Still okay, though. It's still okay. I've got bishop b3. I've got a5 here. Pawn's not a big weakness, at least. It's not what I was hoping for, but it's also not the end of the world. He's trying to go knight c4, which actually makes a lot of sense. I guess I'll go rook a8 to guard the pawn. Okay, he has e4. I saw that. So after e4, I kind of have to take. That much is clear. I mean, I'm wondering if I should just go like rook b8 here and try to just play this position. Have to be careful about some sack, but I don't see it working. Could have also traded and gone bishop f6 maybe, but... Okay, queen b2 doesn't make sense. Just rook a7 to guard the pawn. b2 still hanging. I mean, he might have a bishop g6 somewhere, but I don't see it right off. Let's start. Oh, wait, what is... Oh, wait, no, rook e4. I've got bishop b3. Whoops. Wait a second. Okay, calm down. Let's go here and guard. Could have played queen b3 maybe. And there is bishop g6, but I don't think it's working. Do I have a3? I also have knight d5. Okay, let's think. I'm up on clock here, so that's where I should use my time. Let's go here. Wanna hear you say I want it that way. There's also no bishop c4 is knight d5. Go here, attack the bishop. Wait, queen b2? That looks like a free pawn unless I'm blind. I think if he moves, I'm just going to push my p. Okay, he goes c4, logical. Trade the queens. Knight c3 makes sense. Knight b4 also makes a lot of... Oh, wait, everything's hanging. Just take. He might just resign here, because now I'm just pushing my p. Here goes the p. I'm pushing p, and that's going to be game. He's going to resign, I think. You are... Knight d3, of course. Just GG. Yeah, the P wins the game for me at the end of the day. Okay, nice win. Tough game, but it's a win. We moved to 5 out of 6, right? It's good. Let's refresh the board.